Now at 6, fertilizer practices come into question for farmers in both Missouri and Kansas. Plus,
they love going out to Red Oak, and then Red Oak tells them to come into Carthage, and so they just get to see not only what.
And a Southwest Missouri company celebrates a milestone 50 years in the making.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A fertilizer fight is brewing along the Kansas-Missouri state line. This is KOIM News. I'm Dow Quick. Some farmers are embracing free organic fertilizer made from food processing waste, while others worry about contamination from forever chemicals. Kansas allows the practice while Missouri currently prohibits it. Missouri lawmakers are now considering legislation that could change that.
Does that scare you?
Very much so, because like I say, we do not know what for certain is in the stuff that they're plowing into the ground. Not only is there the food grade waste, there's the chemicals that they clean their tanks and their equipment with.
Sometimes there is a misconception that odor means something is bad. But in this case, we get it quite often, that odor is actually a byproduct of the microorganisms breaking down that organic matter and releasing the beneficial nutrients for the crops.
Coming up tonight at 9 and 10, we're going to hear from a Southeast Kansas farmer who uses Denali's fertilizer and says it's transformed his operation. That's going to be in our special report, Denali Fertilizer Under Fire. Right now, let's check in with meteorologist Austin Stantz for our first look at the weather.
Yeah, thanks, Dow. Taking a look outside for us, we got some spotty showers out there, maybe even seeing a little bit of virga going on right now. Virga is basically there's more moisture aloft than there is at the surface. So while there's more moisture aloft or up above us, once that rain starts to fall towards the surface, while it's drier, that rain's not actually fully making it to the ground yet. So some possibilities of virga going on in there, and potentially maybe just a spotty shower or two for tonight. Looking at our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort Camp, cloud cover beginning to kind of blanket the area for tonight. We will see that clear up a little bit later, but that's also keeping temperatures relatively stable in the low 60s for us across the region right now, so not too bad out there for us this evening. We'll see temperatures begin to drop into the 50s by 10 o'clock here as a cold front moves through, and the good news is we're going to clear up as we head into the later part of the week and even warming up into next week. Details in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll catch you in a few. 3 legacies, 1 road. Festivities are just getting underway in Joplin. The Route 66 Joplin Experience opens its doors today with a free Triple Legacy Festival at the new museum on East Broadway. This is a live look at that festival. A ribbon cutting earlier celebrated the new Route 66 Museum. The 3-day event celebrates the Route 66 centennial, the 50th anniversary of Langston Hughes Boulevard, and the museum's grand opening. Live music, as you see, food vendors and museum tours are underway right now. Organizers say this marks a unique convergence of history that happens only in 2026. The festival continues through Saturday with classic car shows, poetry readings, and vendor booths. Visitors should bring lawn chairs for those outdoor concerts. As Route 66 celebrates 100 years, many travelers continue to make stops, eager to take a piece of the Mother Road with them. KOIM's Kenny Foreman stopped in Carthage to tell us how merchandise sales have given the city itself a boost as well.
It's quite possible that many Route 66 travelers had never even heard of cities such as Carthage, Missouri, but an influx of visitors to places such as the Boots Court Motel Tourist Center have helped bring positive attention to the city.
They love going out to Red Oak, and then Red Oak tells them to come into Carthage, and so they just get to see not only what's on Route 66, but what's outside of Route 66, including the Civil War Museum, the courthouse, Art Central. There's so much to offer here in Carthage.
For Carthage Director of Tourism Melissa Little, the appeal of the route, especially this year, allows the city to continue building better than ever.
The whole town is celebrating it, and it really does make an impact through tax dollars. I mean, you will see that through infrastructure that we can put back into the city through tourism.
Boots Court is also a nonprofit so the extra proceeds help preserve the neighboring motel's history. Motel concierge Jason Shelfer notes that the retail store is constantly having to restock.
In a weekend, it used to be that we would sell a handful of T-shirts. Now we may sell a box full of T-shirts. It goes crazy, and so the manager's done an extraordinary job of maintaining all the merchandise inventories and also bringing in exciting new things.
And even if Carthage is just one stop on a long list, travelers from far and wide leave with a great impression.
I love the city of Carthage. This is beautiful. Boots Motel looks amazing, and I'm imagine at night it looks awesome. This is a great little shop, and I got my things. This is probably one of the best stops I've seen so far on Route 66.
In Carthage, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
Little says the city began planning for that influx of visitors some time ago. KOAM is joining in the celebration of the 100th anniversary of Route 66 with a series of mini documentaries about some of the fun sights and people along the Mother Road right here in the Four States. Tanya Bach and I traveled along the route and filmed all sorts of adventures. We visit Lawrence and Jasper counties in Missouri, Cherokee County, Kansas, and Ottawa County, Oklahoma. You can now stream all 4 segments of that documentary titled Kicking It on Route 66 on your TV. How do you do that? Well, scan the QR code right there and learn how you can download the KOAM Plus TV streaming app. Once you've downloaded that free TV app, just look for the Plus Premiere section to watch. Local companies marking a big milestone, 50 years in business. Commercial Seating and Millwork, or MSW Incorporated, hosted a celebration at its facility near Carterville, bringing together employees, partners, and community members. Leaders say the anniversary is a chance to honor their roots while looking ahead to future growth with a continued focus on community and innovation.
It goes to show that the foundation was set right, the structure, the standards were set right, and we continue to live by those standards, like integrity, like quality work and hard work. And so it's really nice to be a part of something that lasts that long.
The celebration continued with a luncheon inside the company's facility. Coming up, pitching's the name of the game for the Fairland Owls. Sports director Ryan Blank's going to take a look at the squad's push for the postseason. But up first.
Several members of the community are coming together to help keep the Webb City Senior Center going. I'm Nellie Lopez with more details on that coming up.
Some big changes are coming to the Webb City Senior Center after decades of service. KOAM's Nellie Lopez gives us an update on how seniors are adapting and what's needed from the community.
The Webb City Senior Center has gained some independency, but they do need help from the community to help keep it going.
Since 1983, the Area Agency on Aging has basically operated the Webb City Senior Center. It's always been owned by the city of Webb City, but the Area Agency on Aging did a noon lunch program. They discontinued that on April 10th. We got very little notice that it was going to happen, so we've kind of just been, running blind for a little while.
To ensure local seniors continue getting meals, a local business stepped in.
Maria down at the Webb City Cafe has been cooking food for us, and $5 donation. We pick it up every day and bring it here and serve it. We have a warmer, keep it warm until we actually sit down. She's amazing. Really appreciate Maria.
To keep programs going for seniors, they need more hands, help, and resources. That's why the center held its first volunteer meeting.
To talk to people that want to volunteer and help, not just with volunteering, but with donations, answer their questions. We've had a lot of questions.
For many seniors, this place is more than a lunch stop. It's a lifeline.
Probably one of the most active, and I think we proved that we want to continue it, and working together we're going to make it happen.
Woolen says the center's impact reaches beyond Webb City limits.
It's here in Webb City, but we have people coming from Joplin, Carl Junction, various other places. It's not limited to Webb City, although that's mainly the people that do partake in it. But it's here for everyone, and because of everyone, it's here.
In Webb City, Missouri, Nellie Lopez, KOAM News.
The center also provides daily social connection for area seniors who depend on that program. If you'd like to help or make donations, we'll just visit the Webb City City Hall. A little later, some families in the Four States find shelter during the most difficult times thanks to one nonprofit, the Ronald McDonald House, in tonight's Doing Good report.
And some cooler temperatures and a potential spotty shower for tonight. We'll have all the details coming up.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Well, we're just seeing an isolated spotty shower or two out there right now. Nothing really widespread across the area. As we make our way into the evening tonight, take a look. Temperatures staying fairly stable thanks to this blanket of cloud cover here. But what's going to happen is this area where we see kind of these heavier showers off to our north. This is going to be an area where we see a cold front begin to swing through. This will actually start to clear that cloud cover out for us as we head into those later evening hours tonight. Once this cloud cover begins to clear out overnight tonight, temperatures are going to fall pretty quickly. And we're going to see temperatures falling down into the mid 40s roughly tonight with a light shower right around 44 degrees. Winds will still be out of the north, so it's going to feel a little chilly. How much rainfall overall? Not much. We're going to see about 0.2 of an inch off to our north, and that's the heaviest area of rainfall. Here's the thing. Why is this important, right? Well, we take a look at our rain almanac. Here's the thing. We've already seen nearly 10 3/10 inches of rainfall so far for the month of April. That puts us over 5.5 inches above average for the month of April. Now, here's the thing. Some longer range data hasn't been updated yet, so it'll say that the record is 1999 with 10.38 inches, but really it's roughly 11.25 inches of rain that was back in 2017. That's the most recent data. So that is the wettest April on record. Regardless of that, and while we're not likely to hit that record, we are still ranking in the top 5 wettest Aprils ever recorded. So it has definitely been a wet month, to say the least. All right, so we head into tomorrow. The good news, not too much wet weather there. We're going to see most of the day staying dry. We'll see a few showers begin to move in as we head into the evening hours. 66 degrees for us. We're at 59 by the lunch hour, back down to 61 by dinner time. So here's tomorrow. We see that cloud cover staying out of the area, especially for the morning and afternoon. As we make our way into the late afternoon, early evening hours, cloud cover begins to move in. What's happening here? We have a high pressure system off to the north, a boundary that begins to push in out ahead of that high pressure. As that boundary moves in, a few showers developing along that. Nothing heavy, nothing severe, just some spotty scattered showers for us, all right? That'll begin to clear out as we head into the overnight hours. High pressure comes in, clears cloud cover out for us, and we get set up with a very nice weekend. Here's the problem though. Heading from Friday night into Saturday, low 40s. Nearing frost level, so make sure you take care of those plants heading into the weekend. Put some extra mulch, cover them up a little bit. 66 on Saturday, mostly sunny. How about sunny and 75 on Sunday? Yeah, we'll definitely take that. Let's take a look at this 10-day forecast here. So as we head into next week, those 70s are hanging around for us. Things are looking really good. Upper 70s by the start of next week. Dow, our only chance really for a decent amount of rainfall is not going to be until around the middle part of next week. Maybe an isolated severe storm, but otherwise the forecast looking really nice.
Yeah, and after a very, very wet April, we need a chance to dry out for sure.
Sure do.
Thanks. Still ahead, one former Missouri Southern baseball player is headed to affiliate ball. Plus, the Fairland Owls baseball team is making some noise this season and look to carry their momentum into the postseason. Those stories coming up in sports.
With the postseason right around the corner, one Oklahoma high school squad is looking to put the state on notice with a position group they're confident in. The Fairland Owls have had a strong 2026 season, currently sitting with a 17-7 record. The key to the Owls' success this year has come off the backs of a deep pitching staff. But one focus for Fairland this season has been their defense, backing up their pitchers when a ball is put in play.
Our pitching has been our big strength this year. We have a lot of arms, a lot of good arms, and our infield's always struggled in years past, and this year we've really stepped it up, and yeah, I mean, that's probably our biggest strength right now.
One of our big strengths is our pitching staff. We're stacked all the way through, and we're getting relatively better in the field, backing up our pitchers.
With their strong pitching leading the way, the Owls have 2 goals in mind: hosting the regional tournament and making it to state. Baseball hasn't been the main focus of Fairland athletics throughout the years, but head coach Josh Schertz says he and his team is ready to make some noise.
State tournament, you know, and then get in there and do some damage. You know, we've got a couple good arms that can shut down a team, and then we've got the bullpen to come in and, you know, knock off some of the big dogs.
Just stay consistent, just stay locked in, and just do what we know has worked for us all year, and just don't let the moment get too big for us.
A former Missouri Southern Star baseball player is headed to professional affiliate ball after having his contract purchased on Wednesday. Former All-American and Gold Glove winner Henry Kuziak is now a member of the Minnesota Twins organization. His contract with the Long Island Ducks was purchased on Wednesday by the Twins after starting the season with a batting average of .474 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. Last year, Kuziak was named the American Association Rookie of the Year and an All-Star, hitting over .300 on the season with 12 home runs. During his time with the Lions, Kuziak filled the stat sheet, cementing himself all over the MSSU history books. He owns 7 Lions career records, including hits, RBIs, extra base hits, at-bats, and games played. He also holds the MIAA conference records for hits and at-bats as well. He will report to Fort Myers, Florida, joining Minnesota's Single A team. That's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. A fight over fertilizer has divided some in the farm community. KOAM's Tanya Bach takes a look at one company's fertilizer practices in her special report, Denali, Fertilizer Under Fire. Plus, lawmakers reach an agreement on funding DHS, and 8 Pittsburgh high school students will take their artistic skills to the next level. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A child in the hospital can be a source of anxiety for any family. Fortunately, families in the area have a nonprofit they can rely on. In tonight's Doing Good report, we look at the mission of the Ronald McDonald House of the 4 states. The charity provides free housing for families with children in local hospitals. Parents can stay just steps from Mercy or Freeman hospitals while their kids receive treatment. The organization covers all meals and accommodations. Extended family members included. Community donations and fundraising activities support the program, though families are asked for a $10 nightly donation.
It's necessary for our community. You don't realize how necessary it is until you see a family that it's impacted. When you have a kid in the hospital, or a teenager, or a baby, you want to be there. You want to be next to them. You don't want to have to think about cooking dinner for the other kids or the rest of the family.
The facility recently celebrated serving its 40,000th family. The organization operates almost entirely with volunteers and depends on community support to continue helping families during medical emergencies. A lot more on that story tonight on KOAM News at 9 and 10. The weather kind of chilly out there.
Yeah, it is, especially after I shaved now. My face is freezing out there. So, yeah, we're seeing 65 was a high for today. Still some scattered showers out there for us. Temperatures going to be on their way down here shortly. And we'll see temperatures hanging around the 60s as we head into tomorrow. But overall, not a bad weekend for us. We're back into the 70s by Sunday. How about that?
Good. You know, I shave all the time, and I still can't get a baby face. I don't know what the trick is. Hey, those festivities are still underway in Joplin. This is a live look at the Triple Legacy Festival on East Broadway. The festival runs for 3 days, celebrating the Route 66 centennial and other things. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.